your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you win this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and sound.
Turn if you'd like to. But the Wukong, I mean, this is Rise Group, baby. Nongshim,
baby.
They really wanted to be Rise Group last year. They got very, very close to it, and by really wanted, they definitely didn't. They were happy to be in the Legend Group, but still, this is the essence of Rise Group that they're accepting as the Akali for Zeka. That's why Jijik just exploded. This guy is pretty good at this champion. I think I know which skin he's going to use.
Sum up these types of comps.
I might stick with the Kiss thing as, okay, that's a flash from bluffing. He really wasn't bluffing.
But they get such a huge health advantage from this.
Oh, Guma. Yeah, you better flash Lahens. It's probably our best Akali. Don't debate that. They don't have much CC.
No.
Like, at all.
And that's always my issue with Akali.
Also, you need a bit of setup, do you not?
Yeah, the setup you need for a Jhin is usually a little bit hard to set up.
Diable just stands his ground and kills it. But, you know, maybe you knew something that I didn't. And as it turns out, he didn't know it because he died. Zeus is now fighting against Kingen. Gullywall goes up, and he's still fighting. Does have that Q, and Kingen's having to flash away. He's fine. But Diable is still, he's living on 200 health. That Deadly Flourish is going to go wide, but Bluffing is just chasing after Diable. The flash in! Bluffing is likely to go down, and now Diable, I mean, he's dead, right? Yeah, Zeka should be able to come on over and at least guarantee that kill. Wanting to deny the assist, and it is going to come through. Globally, that's what we're focused on. Kanavi coming down towards his bottom side, though, as it's a 3v3. Make that a 2v3, but Kanavi's still going in, obviously. And by 3, I mean almost 4, as the decoy was involved.
Game state now feeling like sure okay Kingen
flash Gullywall from Zeus as Wind becomes lightning, Kingen becomes dead, and HLE become in the lead.
Pushing through the mid lane, putting the harass on Guma. Well,
let's see what happens here. Zeka is down here once again. The fadeaway culling, Zeka is going to be denied, but Diable, let's see whether he can get out of this one. The alcove, he cannot jump out of that, as never mind! They're going to turn it around to teleport in from Scout, and Sponge is on his way down as well. Zeka's hit by a bear, and he wants to desperately make it to the turret, but he's not going to be able to do so. Diable is going to live, and they're going to take some plates for their trouble. Yeah. In Zelda it does, though. Isn't fire actually pretty good?
Yes.
Never mind. Sponge going to have to flash out of said Gullywall, and there's the Cyclone that he saved earlier. Throws down the Q, and
isn't really a comp, but like they really like the champions.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just watching that again here. And the other team has a real comp. And the other team is Nongshim. And okay, Scout may have to flash.
Yeah, Kanavi still exists.
No, he got the stun though.
There we go. Diable does get Deadly Flourished this time around, as the culling is going to be the answer. Gumayusi actually walking aggressively. Tempered Fate will be able to buy the space here for Guma. Bluffing actually playing that one well, but Diable is just going to kill Guma anyway, and he's done with it. Going to give the kill over to the Bard as Zeus had teleported in, but isn't able to claim the Lucian. They're killing the champions and winning the battles. They aren't killing this dragon, though, by the looks of things, unless Sponge has something to say about it. Going to see whether he can get in here. Scout moving his way over as well as Warrior Trickster is on in. Lahen's going to get taken down as the equalizer just onto Gumayusi, and that will be enough to take him down. In the meantime, though, HLE are just kind of wrecking them.
Diablo's got scuttle speed. He's going to get out. Well,
oh dear, in goes Zeka looking for an angle here onto the Lucian. He's out of his shroud and he just gets wiped out. And now Kingen's going to lumber on over. The culling working like a typewriter, but isn't actually able to hit onto Kanavi and Zeus, and they have to vacate. Sponge is able to pick up the Drake.
okay, this is looking a little messy. Okay, speaking of messy, that's not Lionel.
No, that is a.
It's just a greed. Okay. Scout has been very deep in side lanes this year.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, you don't need to proxy the wave. As over here, we do see a bit of an invade into the jungle from Sponge because they had that push in the bottom side. I don't know if this is going to amount to too much.
Yeah, look at Diablo's here.
Okay.
He's going to walk into the Crescent Guard.
Kingen has ult.
Kanavi and Zeus, and they're going to turn this into a gank onto Kingen. Kind of.
They're going to turn it into
top lane.
First brick from Life Esports, I think. Okay, there's the equalizer placement.
Yeah, it was actually quite cute. Zeus is going to get taken down here. Kanavi's in a lot of trouble there as well. Finds Sponge, and the smite comes through. That is going to keep Kanavi alive, at least for the moment. And Scout, he's got a bear, and he is not afraid to use it. As Kanavi relegated to turret, seems to be a thing this game. And he will be taken out here.
Set this one up. They're going to see a defensive TP here from Kingen.
All right, I think
they're going to try their best.
Oh, Sponge is getting over here. Magical Journey not going to be taken. That's an equalizer.
It is. It's right there on the ground. At least that's what it looks like.
Yeah, thanks, Wolf, for the confirmation. I wasn't entirely sure because it was weirdly timed.
And weirdly placed, but they got the prio from it. It's not going to have any combat power on the Dragon, and they're spending a lot of time.
Shortest Magical Journey, and Zeus' health bar is gigantic with that extra shield. As Deadly Flourish connects onto Scout. They're looking to try and peer in for any vision as the curtains have been now called. Let's see whether Kanavi can get on over here as Zeka turns up. That's going to be the secure of Soul Point, but Zeka gets in, and the perfect execution takes down the Annie. The backflip is not going to be enough, but it's Diable getting so much of the damage down. Will get stunned up here as Gumayusi is trying to keep himself alive. Kanavi's very dead though, and Diable is on the warpath. No Ghoulie Wall will stop him, although that one, it did a pretty good job.
I think he's still in prime position to kill Zeus here, although...
Yeah, Morning Mist comes down, and there is the Ardent Blaze. And he will be able to pick this one up with a Light Slinger. There it goes. Diable 7-3-3 after that early game.
Out behind.
All right, looking for that angle. Oh man, Sponge is so ready for this Cyclone. Throws it out, and Kanavi, I mean, this is a Dusk and Dawn build. He's not tanky at all. The culling is going to be thrown down preemptively, but Kanavi healing up so incredibly much. He gets out of the way. The curtains, they've been called as well. Diable's able to take down Zeus, though, and Zeka is soon to follow. Lahen's just healing everyone up, keeping them away from death's door.
Presented target, as we're going to have to go into live, though. Kingen's getting collapsed.
Oh dear, yeah, Kingen might be able to take Kanavi with him, and he does! All right. 2 seconds on the Mountain Soul. Nongshim have control of the area, as you mentioned. Kanavi was dead, but so is Zeus, most likely, as the second Cyclone will get rid of him. Kanavi is now in such a terrible position. Guru and Bluffing are moving on over, but Nongshim, I think they've done what they needed to do to guarantee the Mountain Soul.
Unless we see some sort of steal here from Kanavi, who's flashless right now.
How does he get into the pit?
I mean, they can just equalize the choke point.
Yeah, Diable is just going to throw down the culling, and that Deadly Flourish is not going to make that one work. Guma has stolen dragons before, but Sponge is putting himself in the way. Kanavi goes in, he gets the steal! And the Crescent Guard is going to come through, but
that might be
still
Baron,
definitely going to die.
Here.
All right, can Kanavi do it again from the Death Chamber? That's the question. Gumayusi coming on over here as well. Tempered Fate goes in. The Equalizer makes it very difficult to approach, though, as this is looking awkward, honestly, for Nongshim. Kingen's still in the back of the pit, does have his flash available, does use it now to get over the wall. It will be the secure on the Baron for Nongshim, and down goes Zeka immediately afterwards, and now Diable has been unleashed. He doesn't have any buttons left to press outside of the ones that he just has in his kit. The summoners are now down as Gumayusi is still running for the hills. Scout running pretty quickly as well. The flash forward from Sponge. The Magical Journey going to be taken by all of Nongshim as Diable with a celebratory culling comes on forward. Kanavi, he shows up just to die. And Nongshim, this is one heck of a Rebel Baron power play already. Kizurg. Yeah, Kizurg is it's one heck of a strategy. And Nongshim have utilized it absolutely beautifully. Equalizer goes down. That's to get them away from this inhibitor turret as Nongshim They've taken away 2 extra turrets so far. Kanavi going in. I don't know whether it was exactly the best move as he gets his health bar halved. And Humble Life Esports are kind of reeling. There is the curtain call as the Tempered Fate is going to lock Kingen in position. Sponge decent sidestep, but the Milio is so high value in these moments, and Zeus is just dead. Nothing he can really do about it. Diable is frontlining, and Zeka, can you find an angle to save this game is the question. Diable dashing forward into Nexus turrets might help him out, but I think he's able to do so. I think he's just able to play with this level of reckless abandon.
Yeah, I mean, Kingen also kind of walked into the Tempered Fate, but it's almost like he wanted them to try to get on top of him with how big
he's
he
like,
is.
3 Zhonya's? Heck yeah.
Zeka...
The Diablo's dead, really dead.
Yeah, Zeka baited them pretty hard, but Kanavi will sacrifice himself for this. A scout?
Oh, what? He gives him an audacious charge target? What the hell was that? Okay, well, now Sponge is trying to escape. Zeka goes in, immediately goes out. Guardian Angel is going to get procced as Nongshim. Guys, we were saying keep it simple, not whatever this is. This is crazy. As Bluffing is chasing after him, Sponge, he will have a Warrior Trickster relatively soon as he gets a shield from Lehens, and they should be able to get themselves out. Harpoons should be handy in that regard.
To get to the back line. I'm supposed to get those high prior targets. It's now the Dragon is live here.
Yeah, that is another Mountain Soul opportunity here as Kanavi is down to very low health, and he is not contesting this one. The gold lead did actually fall just a little bit here.
Mountain
as
Soul.
the break will now be taken. Nongshim poised, by the way.
Yeah, unless you're a Hanwha Life fan.
Well, Gumayusi, when the culling finally hit him, it did a lot of work. And this turret is not long for the world.
TP here, desperate.
That is going to be Zeus immediately taken down. And the Relentless Pursuit's going to be there for Diable to get out of the way of the Tempered Fate. Gumayusi just trying to take some pot shots and reload around, but it's just not really working out here as HLE. Oh, the double stun from Scout gets him in there. Kanavi goes down. They do take out Diable, though. That is a lot of the damage now removed, but it's only Zeka and Bluffing left alive. Kingen is still there with all the damage he represents. The rest of Nongshim will be able to take down this game number 1. And Diable may not be in the picture, but my goodness, is he the MVP for this one? He was so incredibly aggressive in this game.
It's insane, the turnaround from Diable and crew. They had the draft that had the ease of execution, but not for Diable.